Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2. It was all a dream. This one goes out to everybody who suffered and made it through. It was all a dream. Whoa. I had a dream, Diddy walk free. Now everybody hiding what they said on IG, but I ain't run, I ain't changed my place. I looked that man right dead in his face. So what you did to that girl, disgrace. You got money, power, but you blew your place. We grinding down here just to see 1 meal, and you got heaven, but act like hell's real. Yeah, I had a dream. Courtroom full of tears. The verdict came down and the man got cleared. All the headlines faded like they never cared. And all the folks that spoke up, they disappeared. But still, private accounts, deleted posts. Even bloggers went ghost like they seen a ghost. But not me, I stood up, heart full of fear. I told them face to face, you can't lie here. That girl was crying, we all seen the tape. And you apologized like that would fix the hate. You had it all, jets, fame, God's grace, but you played it like a game and spit in his face. I had a dream, Diddy walk free. Now everybody hiding what they said on IG, but I ain't run, I ain't changed my place. I looked that man right dead in his face. So what you did to that girl, disgrace. You got money, power, but you blew your place. We grinding down here just to see 1 meal, and you got heaven, but act like hell's real. Yeah, you got daughters, you got sons. What they gonna say when they learn what you did? Will they look away? We pray for baby love, but what about the rest? All this dirt, you left it on your family chest. You claimed you adopt her, gave the girl a home, but where she at now? Man, she all alone. Meanwhile, rumors fly and bodies burn and cars blow up while the world just turned. Pac and Biggie, the streets still blame. You say you innocent, but you carry that flame. And what the court say? You're good, you're clear. We the court of the people and we all right here. I had a dream, Diddy walk free. Now everybody hiding what they said on IG, but I ain't run, I ain't changed my place. I looked that man right dead in his face. So what you did to that girl, disgrace. You got money, power, but you blew your place. We grinding down here just to see 1 meal, and you got heaven, but act like hell's real.
Oh, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. What's up, y'all? Wait a minute. I'm gonna turn this off. I played that for everybody who that's for everybody who was celebrating that Diddy beat the Rico. That's what that was for. Now, I got new glasses, man. I got all kinds of stuff to talk about. But look, we're gonna get into this joint. I'm trying to tell people, man. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. See, I got a criminal justice degree, man. I'm not saying I'm a lawyer or anything like that, but I've been studying this stuff, man. And shout out to Big Ticket. Shout out to people like Gene. Shout out to people that's being real with this stuff. All them people that just want to see somebody like Diddy. It could be anybody. All these people who want to see anybody beat the police. These are the F the police type people that think that the police did them wrong. All these type people. I had a dream that you guys was right, celebrating and everything, that he's beating the Rico and everything. Dude, this is worse. This is some bad news. I tried to tell y'all, man, a long time ago. He done pissed some people off that was protecting him. And they said, oh, you want to sue us? You forgot where you came from. You forgot the people who are protecting you to do whatever it is you've been doing. We have been protecting you. And you want to sue us and call us racist? That's hurting our business for long term. You're not playing mafia style. That's what happened. Okay, you want to play like you forgot that we made you, bruh. The little dancing boy. You ain't no rapper. You ain't even making no beats. You're not. But okay, you think you doing something? That's what happens to everybody. That's what happens to everybody. That's what happens to everybody. I'm going to say it over and over again because this is how these people talk. That's what happens to everybody. That's what happens to... They keep saying it all over and over and over and over again. We ain't even get to sentencing yet. I'm going to put up my 6. I think my man going to do 6 or more. That's what I think. I'm going to put up my 6. Every time I do a Diddy a video, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. I'm going to put my 6 up every time. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Hey, let's get into this bad boy. I guarantee you, you going to like this one.
He did it to himself. Like, share, subscribe as y'all come on in here in the building, man. Salute to everybody that's tapped on in. Y'all pray.
We're talking about the King of New York, right? Not Jay-Z, not Nas, not Biggie, not who else out there? And watch what happened to the kids. The 2 sons. Watch what happened with them. That's all I gotta say. Watch.
2 if y'all can hear me in the comment section. Again, if you guys can hear me, press 2. Let me get a mic check with everybody in the building. Also, don't y'all forget to go get A Weapons' new album, R&B, A Weapons on the track, on the intro. Salute to A Weapons, the greatest. The album is in the store. The link is in the description box, along with all the other links. If y'all want to support the channel, CashApp, PayPal, podcast show, website. The other links that we have as well outside of the website, to the free membership, to the website, as well as our social media handles, Facebook, X, and subscribe to our other YouTube channel, TTV Network. We almost at 100,000 subscribers over there. So if y'all haven't subscribed over there, the link is in the description box below this video. Let me tell y'all something, man. I said this once and I'll say it twice. Sean Diddy Combs' situation have just gotten worse than what we could even imagine. Now, as Sean Diddy Combs is facing his sentencing coming October the 3rd, this is why I told y'all, and I always tell y'all, a lot of these celebrities, bro, I told y'all these dudes ain't real like that, man. They don't stand on principles. They ain't stand on morals. They ain't stand on ethics. You understand what I'm saying? And you're going to see Sean Diddy Combs get broken in front of the world. I'm talking about buck broken in front of the world. This dude right here is gonna have to, and I want to say this right now. I come to y'all every single day. I tell y'all this. I don't pledge myself to no party, to no candidate, to no allegiance, to none of that. I pledge myself to the truth and to what's real and to what ain't real. I don't give a damn what you look like, what side you on. Republican, Democrat, all that stuff is crap to me. How people going back and forth arguing with each other. Oh, he's doing this, he doing that, he doing a great job here, he ain't doing it. Man, know your role and shut your mouth. Are you doing right by the people? Are you a good person? Are these qualities that are real about you? Or are you capping just like the rest of them? Where the Epstein files at? Why ain't they all been released like you said? I don't want to hear no gibberish. I don't want to hear no talk around. I don't want to hear about this, that. No, you said you going to do something. Do it or shut the hell up. And the Democrats, they ain't got no need to be moseying their ass around here talking about, yeah, Trump, why don't you release it? Because y'all had a chance to do it and y'all didn't want no smoke with it. You know why? We know why. Oh, we know why. So the Democrats need to sit their ass down too. Everybody acting like they all high and mighty. Something wrong with all these people if you ask me. But back to itty bitty Diddy. Now, Sean Diddy Combs, this is a celebrity that they want y'all to believe in this man. He a man's man. You got to believe in him. Now, his lawyers made a major mistake. And not only did his lawyers make a major mistake, they're going to buck break this boy in front of the whole world. Because now they got him begging Donald J. Trump. Even after Trump came out and said he's probably not going to get his dude a pardon, they got him begging for a pardon. And did you hear DJ Envy today, sitting up there crying, talking about some, hey man, they're not treating him fair. No, you're rolling, shut your mouth, DJ Envy. The judge said that there's evidence of violence, coercion, and all those other things that he named in that letter, you sucker. So sit down, know your role, and shut your mouth. You act like you on the inside of the case. And Diddy's lawyer sitting up there doing an interview yesterday. They on a full tour media blitz, begging Donald J. Trump for a pardon. These dudes is clowns. Remember what Diddy said about Trump? But we're going to get into all that in just a second. Because this dude right here, this is the reason why you don't put your faith in these celebrities. Because why Diddy won't stand on what he believe in? He was talking all that political talk. Yeah, you know, white men like Trump. Yeah, they got to be eradicated, man. But look at you. You begging the same man to spare you, boy. And you see, like I said before, y'all seen.
Nah, wait a minute. Hold up, man. Hold up. He ain't say boy. Did he say that ticket? Did you say boy? Now you asking the white man to spare you, boy. Boy is a white racist word. Remember that from Good Times? Boy. Man, did he just say that?
Yeah,
I know he didn't say
white
that.
Men like Trump. Yeah, they got to be eradicated, man. But look at you. You begging the same man to spare you, boy. And you see, like I said before, y'all seen that dude with them oversized shirts running around here acting like he's some type of G? Nah, you come from the same foolish as Diddy come from. The slammer sucker. Point blank period. Sit down and shut the hell up talking about some Gina's a real one. Yeah, she a real one, all right. She the same one took her ass over to Tasha K 6 years ago and buried this chump and said he stumped a mud hole in her ass and walked that SOB dry. And then she the same one that went and gave testimony and statements to the federal government. And you over here talking about she a real one because she gonna come out here all of a sudden. Diddy's not a danger to the community. Diddy's money couldn't get you a shirt that fit, boy. These people are sick and disgusting. And I seen another lady. Talking about, it's not fair.
Me too.
It's not fair. I tell you what's not fair. It's not fair that them women got their ass whooped from a man who's supposed to be a man. And you seen it, but you still willing to dismiss it. So anything that come your way, don't nobody want to hear nothing. If that karma ever come back your way in your life because of the stance you took. All this damn capping on the internet. And like I said, they sitting over here capping for this dude. This dude sat up here and led y'all down the path of what? And now that same man that you wanted everybody to go against and eradicate, now all of a sudden you need him. And y'all all sitting out here like a bunch of, I don't even want to say that word, begging. Please, please, Trump. I thought y'all didn't like Trump. I thought y'all was standing on business. I thought y'all despised Trump. It'd be one thing if the dude that looked like the fake ass Rick Ross was sitting out here begging Trump for something. All he do is get on his knees for every single thing about Donald Trump. If you know, you know. But Diddy? No, not Diddy. I know he ain't begging Donald Trump to get him out. Not after this happened. Roll the tape ticket. Let's go to what the Breakfast Club was talking about this morning.
Diddy's attorney, Nicole Westmoreland, she's one of the lead attorneys in his case, was on CNN late yesterday, and she was asked about the pardon with Trump. Let's take a listen to her on Diddy's pardon.
Have people in Sean Combs's orbit, have they had conversations with the Trump administration?
Yes, it's my understanding that we've reached out and had conversations in reference to a pardon.
President Trump, when he was asked about this pardon, he said, quote, "I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great, and he seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well, but when I ran for office, he was very hostile." And the president indicated the pardon is like...
Now, let's stop that right there. Trump said he didn't know Diddy well. That's a lie. Ain't nobody gonna call that out? That's a lie. Roger Bonds, Sean Diddy Combs, security guard, said that Trump and Diddy used to meet all the time and have 4-hour meetings, and he sit out there and talk with Trump security the whole time while Trump and Diddy was in the room for 4 hours together at times, sometimes. And he don't know what the hell they was in there talking about or doing. They knew each other very well. There's pictures of these dudes together at many events. How come when somebody get in trouble all of a sudden, I don't know them? Y'all want to come out here and perpetuate and put these lies out here for these people. Tell the truth.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
There is way too many pictures of Diddy and Trump together, or Trump and Diddy together. Yeah, way too many. He ain't know him that well. That's his way of starting off his little talk, because you know who don't know Diddy that well. Think about it. Who don't know Diddy that well? You feel me? So you saying that it's your downplay of the downplay. That's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. You over here downplaying this bull. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it's a bunch of bull, but it's all good. Diddy, you done sunk yourself, man, all the way around. Everybody throwing you these oars, but you can't reach them. They gonna throw you these bones, but the bones gonna help you to sink, man.
How come when somebody get in trouble all of a sudden, I don't know them? Y'all want to come out here and perpetuate and put these lies out here for these people. Tell the truth. You get in trouble and people want to distance themselves away from you. But y'all don't want to tell that truth. A lot of y'all, you are financially motivated from Donald Trump. So you don't give a damn about none of the morality things that surround him. And you think everybody got something out against this man. He ain't G. He didn't walk on water. He didn't turn water into wine. I tell you right now, I don't give a damn about any of these politicians. None of them. Him, Biden, Clinton, Obama. They all disgusting. They all sick and disgusting, you ask me. They all on cap. If you ain't gonna go in there and do exactly what you say you're gonna do, sit down and stop wasting the people's time. And to the dude who said, I'm tired of your anti-Trump, sit down and shut the hell up talking about you're an Obama fan. I ain't Obama shit. So shut your ass up and sit your ass down somewhere when daddy's talking. Get your ass out of here. You upset at the truth? They all capping. Every last one of them.
You can't handle the truth. You big man,
right? I hope you are. Now get to stepping. I'm a fan of the truth. I'm a fan of somebody who do what they say they're going to do. I'm a fan of somebody who stand on business. You can't come out here with this anti-Donald Trump rhetoric all this time, and now all of a sudden you on your knees begging him for a pardon. No, it don't work like that, sucker. You made a movement and pushed a movement of people to go against Donald Trump, and now you out here jackstrap sniffing them because you need them for your own personal pleasure to get out of prison. Doesn't work like that. And smash the like button. We should have well over 1,500 likes. This is why I told y'all I don't trust none of these damn celebrities, and I won't put my neck out here for them because they'll sell you down the road in a minute. Let's keep going.
Not on the table because of that break in his relationship with Mr. Combs years ago. How is he feeling now about the chances of a pardon given the president's comment?
No abriste tu negocio solo para que sobre.
Hold on. We're going to get past this right here. Hold on. Get right past this commercial right here.
Take your time, cousin. Take your time.
Let's get to it.
Take your time,
Mr. Combs
cousin.
is
Take
a
your
very
time.
hopeful person.
Mr. Combs is a very hopeful person. Hopeful for what? Mr. Combs is a very hopeful person. Hopeful for what? Hopeful for what? For what? What is he hoping for? He said that Donald Trump should be eradicated. Why is he going back begging for Donald Trump?
It's wording.
Ain't he this strong black man y'all said? And I keep hearing these bums on YouTube talk about some Diddy's donated so much money. Your money don't mean shit. If your actions ain't correct, nobody cares about your money. They care about what type of man you are. Are you an honorable person? Or you out here just beating up on people? Treating people like shit. Your artists all have despicable things to say about you. Your former artists.
Yep. Facts. Facts. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, cousin.
The people that's around you. Even Sister Gina. Came out and gave statements and testimony against you. I tell you, boy. The man upstairs, when Judgment Day come, boy, a lot of these people got a real problem, boy. I tell you this right. You can get away with this shit on earth. Boy, when Judgment Day come, boy, man. I know one thing. I know one that you cannot sit up there and lie to.
And I believe that he remains hopeful.
Yeah, and they're really pushing, this narrative about whether the pardon will or will not happen. Now, I was poking around yesterday because what I'm trying to understand is, number one, if the pardon even happens, because of the way that the judges has been making sure Diddy is not coming home on bail until sentencing, if the pardon even happens, what does that look like, Diddy? What does that look like for Diddy once he's released? Like, what is Trump going to expect in exchange? Because Trump has been very vocal about the fact that he doesn't really care to do this, right?
Lauren, I love you, baby. Great question. The beautiful Lauren LaRose. Great question. What is he going to have to do in return? Great question. It's always something in return, baby.
I said
you know what he's going to have to do?
A long time ago.
He's going to have to go against everything he ran out here and ran his mouth on. And that's the type of person y'all going to believe in? See, if you're a real man, hey man, you stand on business, you cut your losses and you do your lick. You do your time. Take your lick. You don't fold, you don't bend, you don't break under no circumstances. Especially when you led the charge against Donald J. Trump.
Facts.
And yesterday in poking around, what I was told was that poking around, Diddy. What I was told was that a big part of the issue is the interviews that Diddy did leading up to this. One of the interviews in particular that I was told the administration has actually seen and brought up in conversation, in these conversations, is an interview that Diddy did with Charlamagne on Revolt TV.
Yeah, did with Charlamagne. How ironic. Donald Trump just told Charlamagne a new one. How ironic that when Diddy was talking that shit about Donald Trump, like a dog, he did it with Charlamagne. Oh, this is so beautiful, baby. This is so beautiful, baby. How you gonna break yourself out of this one? And the whole world is watching, because I'm gonna tell you why. If Donald Trump pardons Diddy, first of all, MAGA is all against Diddy. MAGA will turn on Donald Trump. And not only will they turn on Donald Trump, that's more than likely that there will be an investigation and articles for impeachment pushed against Donald Trump for what they call abuse of power due to friendships. It is illegal to pardon people based off friendships, relationships. And Donald Trump has already put it out there that, oh, well, you know, he was friendly with me and then he said some things and, nah, probably not. Those statements gonna come back in the long run. Watch, mark my words. But MAGA, I was listening to Megyn Kelly the other day. Megyn Kelly had one of Diddy's advisors, the father of Tenny Garagos, Mark Garagos, up there, who always defends all the criminals. Thinks he's the high and mighty guy. Judgment Day is coming for you too, Mark Garagos. I'm just gonna leave it at that for you, buddy. But I'm gonna say this, right? They sat up there on that show acting like Diddy is Martin Luther King Jr.
Wow.
Like he's some world peace type of guy. And I saw Megyn Kelly and her 3 million followers and all those people in that comment section were saying, Donald, I'm a MAGA supporter. And if he lets Diddy go, that's the last straw. And you don't have to believe me. Take your ass over there to Megyn Kelly's comment section where all those MAGA people are lined up in there.
Facts.
They all hate you, Diddy.
Facts.
They all hate you. They despise you. You are the one thing. That's the crazy part. Diddy is the one thing that can completely turn MAGA against Donald J. Trump, pardoning Diddy. You don't have to believe me. Go read the comments. The comments were scathing. And also on the PDB podcast, when they talked about the possibility, they all was in the comment section like, hell no, I support Donald Trump. I'm MAGA for life. But if he does that, I'm off the train. Read the comments. You ain't got to believe me. Just take your ass over there to the comment section and read the thousands and thousands of comments. And then look at the polls. They put up a poll over on PDB podcast. Patrick David Bet podcast put up a poll on how many of the Donald Trump supporters would be okay with him pardoning Diddy. 90% said no. Come on, like 95% said no. The last time I checked.
That's high. Dude, 90, it could be at 90. That's high. People, y'all gotta think, man. Y'all not thinking. Why would the president of the United States get into this thing? Diddy in this what was RICO charge? Doing S across state lines. What the hell has this got to do with the presidency? Yeah, somebody done made up this bull, young. I swear to God, it's bull. I'm trying to block the AC from the mic while I'm on vacation, y'all. But I don't know how that's gonna sound. But I do know how this gonna sound. Dude, come on, man. Let's just play it. We're just gonna play the thing, man. This is so
Diddy,
stupid.
90% said no. No. Come on, like 95% said no. The last time I checked. No pardon for Diddy. But let's listen to what Diddy had to say. Because I'm telling y'all this right now. I'm just showing you this in front of the world. And Diddy's lawyers made a big mistake. Don't poke the bear. But Diddy, see Diddy, they hate you, Diddy. Because, first of all, you didn't kiss the ring, baby.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so this was back in 2020. It was October 2020 during the 2020 presidential election. And this was a few months after Diddy had said the whole hold your vote thing. Let's take a listen to Diddy on white men needing to be banished.
White men like Trump need to be banished.
What?
That way of thinking.
What you say, Diddy? Hold on. You said white men like Trump need to be what? I know you can't be begging for a pardon now, boy. I know you're not begging for a pardon now. I know you're not asking Donald Trump, the same guy that you said need to be banished.
Man, Trump was never, ever even thinking about giving this man no pardon. He said, I might look into the case. He ain't look into no case. Are y'all stupid? Why do y'all even think? I would shut the whole channel down if Trump was seriously talking about considering giving him a pardon. What does this? I must got things wrong. You need to be worried about taxes. You need to be worrying about the Tesla dude and what he doing with these robots and how you gonna keep the United States working. You need to be worried about some serious stuff, not pardoning this dude with that stupid old I hit rock bottom. Sometimes you gotta do that. Come on, man.
This is world-class buck breaking. And this is the reason why I don't believe in none of these celebrities. I told y'all this. I told y'all this. No morals. Now you got to beg this man for your life. Let's rewind that again. What you said, Diddy? What did you say?
Let's take a listen to Diddy on white men needing to be banished.
White men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous. This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote.
Stand back and stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
We're in a war. We're not taking this like it's a war. We taking this like, oh, we're in a presidential election. No, we're in a war of love versus hate.
We in a war, Diddy. We in a war. What happens in the war, Diddy? See, this is what happens when you a guy of leadership and you talking all this war talk and you got all these blind people following behind you, fighting for you, and the leaders out here trying to cut deals with the enemy. Let me repeat myself again. Let me repeat myself again. This is what happens when you get a whole group of people riled up. Yeah, Diddy, we rolling with you. All the people rolling with you. And now you out here and got to take all that back and be buck broken in front of the world. And you can't be pro-black standing on Diddy on this. You cannot be. We won't believe anything else you say. We won't believe anything else that's said. If you're pro-black, you're supposed to be standing on business. And you riding with Diddy on this. Begging Donald Trump for a pardon. Can't happen. It's got to be the other way. It's got to be the other way. Can't be that way. Just got to take your lick, dog. Hey, man, it comes with the casualties at war. You don't route all these people up. You said, nah, it's a war going on. And now all of a sudden, the same man you begging and all these pro-blacks. Man, y'all trying to tear a black man down. Y'all trying to tear a black man down. No, y'all roll like shut your mouth when the great goddamn one is talking. You shut your damn mouth. Because he's being broken in front of the world. And you can't back that if you pro-black. If you pro-black and you despise Donald Trump, you cannot back Diddy buck breaking than Donald Trump. You can't do it. I told everybody, you got to pick a side on this one. Simple as that.
This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote.
Stand back and stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
We're in a war. We're not taking this like it's a war. We're taking this like, oh, we're in a presidential election. No, we're in a war of love versus hate. The number one priority is to get Trump out of office.
Oh, yeah, nah, he's not getting bought. I mean, yeah.
The number one priority is to get Trump out of office. Now, this is the guy that's begging this man for his freedom. Right now. Y'all want y'all to, this is the guy that's begging Donald Trump right now. You said all that.
Look at this the guy.
And look at the look on his face. That's how he gonna go back to Trump right now.
Damn, son, don't say
Look
that.
at it.
But he the king of New York, though. He the king of New York,
Nah,
though.
man, I'm cut from a different cloth, man. Cut from a different cloth, Playboy. That's why I say what I said. I don't believe a lot of these niggas. That's why I said what I said. Right? But it gets worse. What do you mean, Ticket? It got worse? It got worse. So then, DJ Envy want to start running his mouth. Talking about something he don't even know nothing about. I can't believe the judge is not being fair. Nigga, shut your mouth, fool. You ain't no judge. You don't even know what the hell going on. You don't know what the law is. Shut your mouth, DJ Envy. You shut your mouth. You don't have a clue about the law, fool. Shut your mouth. The judge. Because I'm going to tell you, man, the other cases, the judge already explained that in his writing. You ain't nothing but a gateway and a pathway to the go along, get along game. That's what you are.
I can understand why Trump wouldn't want to pardon him after hearing that.
Hold on. Charlotte, I don't know if you remember this conversation. It gets worse. Let's take a listen to Diddy talking about a race war.
Oh, it gets worse? Diddy said more? I know he didn't say more. Let's keep going.
The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man is white people.
Explain.
If this man is elected, we're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war. If people in America want a race war, they'll not vote.
If people in America want a race war, Diddy tried to get y'all to pick a side. So I'm just doing what Diddy did. I'm picking a side between good and evil, between right and wrong. And I choose right. Because I was raised right. I wasn't raised to be a devil or a demon. I wasn't raised to come out here and lie and cap for celebrities. I wasn't raised to do that. I'd be lying to my family, to my parents, to myself if I did. This is the same guy that led all of these people with his comments. And now, all of a sudden, he need this man. Now he got to take all that shit back. And he doing it right now. And y'all believe these celebrities? Y'all believe these dudes, man? Come on, man. Stop playing with me, nigga. I'm cut from a whole different cloth.
We're on the verge of a race war. If people in America want a race war, they'll not vote.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah, he's not gonna get that part.
once I
don't think I don't think it's a race war. I think it'll be a class war, if anything. I can see that happening, a battle between rich and the poor, because that's just what's going to happen when you're poor and you're trying to survive. When you're poor and you're trying to survive, you're going to eat the rich. Mm-hmm. That's just a.
And what are all these people who hate Trump, despise Trump, gonna say? That Diddy is begging and being buck broken in front of the world to have to beg this man for his freedom. Make it make sense to me. We got to watch this now. We got to watch this, y'all. We got to watch this. Because this type of shit right here show you who's standing on business and who not. Diddy got to stand on what he said. You can't be a person who despises Trump this much that you make these comments. And now as soon as you get in trouble, nah, man, psych. Nah, bro. Nah, man. You got to stand on that, Diddy. You pro-black. You despise Trump, and you say you despise white men like Trump. That's what you said, Diddy. You got to stand on that.
Common sense thing. That's why you should always take care of the least of you in a society.
Yes, I agree. Now, also, first of all, I just want to say, after listening to this, I was like, whoa. Those conversations, I don't know where they're going to end up. But they also talked to Nicole Westmoreland on CNN about the civil cases. So I think people are still forgetting that.
Diddy's lawyer ain't got no brains. First of all, Nicole Westmoreland, you sitting up here doing all that talking, ma'am. Don't you know that y'all got bigger problems that's coming down the pipeline? Don't you know that y'all got a criminal case based off of what happened with Cassie's lawsuit? But don't you know that there's a man that's coming down the pike on the 17th of October by the name of Lil Rodney Jones, who says that, yeah, his situation ain't gonna be like Cassie's and Jane's and Mia's and them. He said he got evidence, video, photo, and more. You running your mouth a little too soon, Nicole Westmoreland. And also, Nicole Westmoreland, you said something, but I'm going to ask you a question, Nicole Westmoreland. You said in this interview that in this case, there were no MINORs charged. And you're right. They weren't charged. You said if that was the case, they'd have put them in this case. We have to ask the judge why in the paperwork, pre-trial, right there that you see on your screen, Nicole Westmoreland, right there, when they had those corroborating victims that y'all got kept out of this case, that a lot of people didn't see, we have to ask the judge. See how it says his name up there? We have to ask him about that little yellow part right there, Nicole Westmoreland, that was kept out of this case. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you don't have to believe me, ladies and gentlemen. You can say whatever you want to say, but just take your ass into the casework, go to the document on that same date that it was filed, and look it up yourself, Nicole Westmoreland.
On the civil side, things are still happening. Mm-hmm. Let's take a listen to her on the civil cases.
He is still facing around 70 civil allegations from men, from women, from people who alleged that they were minors at the time, across decades, with horrific accusations of being drugged, of being sexually assaulted. Each of those cases does have to play through the courts individually. So I understand that he denies them, but those are still active cases.
True, but let me say this to you. This is the federal government. All right, it doesn't really get any stronger than that. And so they obviously fully investigated Mr. Combs and obviously threw the book at him, right? And so if you think for a second, if the government really thought that there were minors out there hanging in the balance, if the government really thought that there was drugs in the baby oil or something of that nature, do you think the government just wouldn't have brought that up in a full-fledged criminal trial?
Ma'am, Diddy's lawyers do too much talking, boy. Y'all do know that this is not over. But let's talk about what you said, Nicole Westmoreland. And I do want to say something to you. In the state of New York, there is no statute of limitation in the state of New York, Nicole Westmoreland. Let me go ahead and put this to you now. And also, you said, don't you think they would have thrown the book? They didn't throw the book at Diddy. They didn't charge him with those guns with the face serial numbers on it. They didn't charge him with the individual drugs they found in his possession. They didn't charge him with those things. What are you talking about, ma'am? Don't you think they would have hit him with all this? Ma'am, I got one question to ask you, Nicole Westmoreland. What is this in this paperwork? Pretrial paperwork that the judge allowed to remain out. What is that? Now you said, and I'm going to repeat myself again, Nicole Westmoreland, because you might not want to talk. You might not want to talk, Nicole Westmoreland. The law says in New York, statute of limitation for sex crimes against MINORSs depends on the specific offense and whether it's criminal or civil. Felony sex crimes against MINORSs. For serious felony sex crimes, for an example, all word in the first degree, criminal sexual act in the first degree, aggravated sexual abuse, or coercive sexual conduct against a MINOR, there is no statute of limitations if the victim was under the age of 18 at the time. This was established by the CHILD Victims Act 2019 and subsequent laws allowing prosecution at any time, Nicole Westmoreland, for other felony sex offenses against the MINORS's. Prosecution can typically begin within 5 years of the victim turning 18, basically by the age of 25. But this is extended or eliminated for certain crimes with corroborating evidence like DNA. Right? For the misdemeanor ones, there's a 2-year statute of limitation. So if they're 18, they may have it till the age of 20 to file. So when you guys ask, when they said this in the paperwork and this was held out, you got to ask the judge. Hey, judge, why didn't you allow these other corroborating alleged victims that they had in these filings to come testify at the trial? They had a whole list. All that stuff is blacked out. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, the judge seen all this. And you can say whatever you want to say to me. I'm not lying. Even Sister Gina's, victim number 3, her testimony to the feds, all eradicated. And guess what, y'all? Here's the thing y'all didn't know. The fact that Sister Gina was left out of this case and Diddy wasn't charged with that, they can go put the squeeze on Sister Gina right now. Right now, if they really wanted to. And come back with a whole new case based around Sister Gina. Because Sister Gina gave statements to the federal authorities. And if Gina was not if the federal government wanted to right now, go pick up Sister Gina right now, they could go pick up Gina, drag her ass down there, grand jury her ass, and ask her, did she lie about these statements? Because she admitted she's victim number 3. Let me say this again. They can go get Sister Gina right now, drag her ass down to the courthouse, grand jury her, and ask her, did she lie in these statements to federal officials? She just wrote a letter about Diddy and how Diddy's this great man. But Sister Gina will have to make a decision if the feds want to play that game, which they damn well can do. Gina, do you want to go to prison or do you want to tell the truth? Do you want to go to prison or do you want to go home? Did you lie to federal investigators with your comments? Did you lie? If Gina comes out and says, I lied, she facing 5 years. If she says, I didn't lie in my statements, they can bring a new case up against Diddy and use her as victim number one. Start over again. And her letter will surely be used against her in a court of law. But Gina might not be as dumb as we think, because she has plausible deniability with that letter. Because one thing about that letter that we saw, it wasn't notarized, time-stamped, or signed by Gina's hand signature. It was only typed out and her name put at the bottom. Sister Gina, you played a game. And because you played that game, they may come back to cash you outside. Now, this man, see, everybody thought this thing was over with. It's about to get started. October the 17th. Discovery starts, where Lil Rod Rodney Jones, who claims to have all this video, photo, and other corroborating evidence of all of his claims that he says that has not been seen by anybody. And he says that he will enter it into evidence against Sean Diddy Combs. Will start on October the 17th. And I'm betting that if Diddy's a wise man, he may settle that lawsuit before the discovery phase begins. But here's the problem. Him selling that lawsuit won't stop the federal government if they want to come get you. See, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. In life, we all have choices and decisions that we can make. Nobody walking this earth is perfect. Everybody have made mistakes, whether you lied about something, whether you stole a candy bar out of the grocery store, right? Whether you've committed major crimes, right? But everybody got a chance to get themselves together and get right. And when you play these devilish games, you get these devilish prizes. And that's why it's always honorable to have a little bit of dignity, morals, ethics about you. Right? Yesterday there was an interview on the Art of Dialogue. Salute to Art, he's a legend in his own time. I tell him that all the time. But there's an interview on the Art of Dialogue with one of the male prostitute sex workers. I believe his name is Mr. Phillips. He stated something yesterday in that interview. He said that when he was in court, that Diddy was trying to stare him up and down and intimidate him. Yeah. See, when you walk with God, and when you just, want to, see people do things right, right? It don't matter what situation you in your life, you can always turn it around. And we should always be teaching our youth and our kids that they can always turn their situation around and do good. Instead of leading these kids and leading these youth on a one-way ticket straight to hell. You might not agree with what I say. You might resort to name calling or whatever you do, but I know what I'm saying is correct. And also, when you have a family that raised you right, you're not supposed to depart from those teachings, right? And so, a lot of us have at some point in time during our lives, right? And everybody keeps talking about, oh, but this man need to go home to his kids. What about all the other people who have families and kids that were hurt, suffer at the hands of this man? That still have these allegations. And I want y'all to think about this. He's got nearly 70 civil lawsuits of people accusing him of some of the worst things. Worst things. And you get these demons that come on YouTube with these oversized dress shirts, running around the courthouse screaming sidebar, looking like damn fools.
Oh my God, talk to him, ticket. This what kills me. 70 cases of horror and all this other stuff. Plus you seen the video. You got 70 people accusing him. All 70 people lying. That's what you think in this world. This is the world y'all live in. 70 people are lying on this man because they just want a money bag. All 70 of them, right? Went and got a lawyer and all that stuff. I ain't got time to be doing that stuff just for a damn lie. Just for a lie. Then you got the girl that got a different lawyer. She crying, poor thing. Then you got the 13-year-old. Then you got some other people. Then you got all these S workers that's saying all this stuff. That used the bathroom in Cassie's mouth. And all this stuff, yeah. So all these people are lying. And then you're going to turn around and say, well, he beat the Rico. He beat the Rico. You're just so psyched to be somebody doing something against the police. If you think about it, you shouldn't be against the police. We should try to find a way to make right, right, and wrong, wrong. Stay on those. All you got to do is stay on that path. If you stay on that path, you're good. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Size dress shirts. Running around the courthouse screaming sidebar. Looking like damn fools. The jig is up. It's over with. And to the person who says that is not a lie, Trump did not know him well. No, you are a liar, man. And I will not allow you to get away with that lie on this channel. In fact, Diddy and Trump knew each other very well. Diddy and Trump knew each other very well, man. You're not gonna lie.
Well. Very, very well.
We're just not gonna lie. It's the same thing like Jay-Z. I didn't really know him like that. We weren't friends like that.
That's not a lie. Trump did not know him well. My bad, John. That's not a lie. Trump did not know him well. Trump did not know him well. He only knew him from the show The Apprentice. God dang on, can't Miss Morris. Thank you, because I didn't even know that Diddy knew him. I forgot all about The Apprentice. I'm just going by the meetings and all the other pictures and everything that they did together. They know each other. Jay-Z, Diddy, and Trump, all three of them, Obama, all these people know each other. They know each other very well. Get out of here, man. That's so stupid.
Trump knew each other very well, man.
Obama.
You're not gonna lie.
Oprah, Obama.
We're just not gonna lie. It's the same thing like Jay-Z. I didn't really know him like that. We weren't friends like that. It's a lie.
Big time lie.
You didn't work for him. The man who worked for him, Roger Bonds, stated in an interview with DJ Vladimir, and you say the security guard is lying. Cammy Morris, I'm going to put you on the spot. How do you know that the security guard is lying, ma'am? State your claim. How do you know, since you say the security guard is lying, how do you know?
You know what tripped me out? She's saying the security guard lying, but Trump is telling the truth. So, how can you? What makes you think that you have a lie meter? Roger Bonds ain't got no reason to lie. Look, man, they was in long meetings, and he would sit there and talk to the security, and he's Diddy's security. So me and the security guard would sit down and talk. Security guard, we just talk security guard stuff. We ain't had nothing to do but to kill time. Why would he be saying all this if it's a lie? That's the part that kills me. What does Roger Bonds got to gain from lying?
That he's lying. I want you to make that make sense. That's what I want you to do, ma'am. I want you to do that, ma'am. I don't think you really want that smoke with me, ma'am. I really don't think you want that smoke. Because I have some things, man, to kind of dispute a lot of what you saying. See, Trump and Diddy, they don't go back. They go way back.
Yep. She answered. They
Back
go way
in the
back.
time. Now, if you don't want to believe me, right? If you don't want to believe me, right? And I'm going to say it again. And let me read this again. Because I got something I want to show you. Right? Some you may have missed. But you know, good old ticket, I don't miss nothing. So, you can go to the article back from 2024, October the 10th. There's an article, ma'am, in Newsweek. Now, in this article, I'm going to show you something. And then I'm going to show you something else. Right? And after I finish showing you this, I need you to know your role, ma'am. I need you to know your role. Shh. Shut your mouth. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So let's get to this. Because obviously, you got some things going on, man. And it's clouding your judgment. Right? I know. The truth hurts. But hey, the truth is supposed to hurt. Now, you said that Diddy don't know Donald Trump like that. Donald Trump wasn't cool with Diddy like that. That's what you said. But his bodyguard said, and the pictures say something otherwise. Now, that's a very young Sean Diddy Combs in that picture right there, ma'am. Very young Diddy. You want to play this game with me? I don't think you want to play this game. But they didn't know each other. They wasn't friends, ma'am. Stop playing with me, ma'am. Cammy, Mammy. Stop playing with me, ma'am. The walls got ears. I hear when you talk. They didn't know each other. Who puts their arms around each other like this? They didn't know each other, did they, ma'am? Nah, they didn't know each other. Through the decades. Ma'am? You want to keep playing with Ticket? I got a lot more, ma'am. Don't do this. But I'm going to do this to you. Newsweek. You guys can go look up yourselves the article. How Trump sparked release of Diddy abuse tape, according to his lawyer. And I'm going to read this article to you guys. You guys can go look this up online yourselves. Published October the 10th, 2024 at 3:24 p.m. EDT. Let's get to it. Sean Diddy Combs and his legal team are accusing, let me repeat myself again. Sean Diddy Combs and his legal team are accusing the federal government of leaking the 2016 video of his assaulting his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, to CNN during a quote unquote slow news day for former President Donald J. Trump. You can't make this shit up. But this is the guy that's going to beg Donald Trump for a pardon? In court documents obtained by Newsweek. See, when tickets shoot, I don't miss. I don't miss. I don't miss. In fact, I'm going to do you one better. Put this on the screen. I have no reason to come in here and lie. You'll look the article up yourselves. Time, date, stamped, signed, sealed, delivered, sucker. Now let's put this on the screen for the good people so we can play Barney and Friends and read along. Because that's what we need to do. Ladies and gentlemen, can you read this with me real quick? And you guys can go check out the article yourselves.
Apparently we got to do it together.
Sean Diddy Combs and his legal team are accusing federal government. That was Donald Trump's federal government. Of leaking 2016 video of his assaulting his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, to CNN during a slow news day for former President Donald Trump. In court documents obtained by Newsweek, Combs' attorneys suggest several reasons why the government, specifically Department of Homeland Security, is most likely to have given the shocking video to the media. They pointed to the DHS often being quoted in news stories about the raids on Combs' homes, Los Angeles and Miami mansion, completed as a part of his sex trafficking case. A footnote in the memo states that federal prosecutors deny the allegation and claim that Department of Homeland Security did not have possession of the videotape prior to CNN's publication of it. Diddy's attorneys, after being contacted by CNN, emailed the prosecutors on the case to inform them that CNN planned to publish the video from the Intercontinental Hotel. My concern is that someone, not any of you and not the legal case agents, provided this footage to CNN. I bring this to your attention solely because I imagine you didn't want this to happen any more than I do, the email read. After CNN released the video on May 17th, an assistant U.S. attorney thanked Diddy's legal team for the heads up and confirmed they had seen the video. Combs' attorneys claim that Ventura is not likely a source of the leak because neither she nor the lawyers possessed the tape. They also claim an unrelated third party would have sold the footage to a high-paying tabloid like TMZ, not CNN. If a person not in law enforcement were to leak the videotape to a news source, that person likely would have sold the tape rather than simply give it to CNN. Outlets such as TMZ are known to pay tens of thousands of dollars for such footage. That it was leaked instead to CNN shows a motive other than financial profit. It shows motive to damage Mr. Combs' reputation without remuneration, a motive held by federal agents, the lawyers wrote. The fourth reason for the leak listed by Combs' defense mentions Donald J. Trump. Fourth, the timing of the leak suggests government involvement. The tape was leaked a few days on one of the few days the Trump trial was not being held. As Barron Trump, Donald Trump's youngest son, graduated from high school that day in Florida with his father in attendance. One of the more continuous issues in the Trump trial whether trial would be stayed so Trump could attend his son's graduation. The documents continued. Eventually in court, the court announced that May 17th would not be a trial day. This was a fact that would have been known to federal agents And they also would have known that May 17th was a perfect time, as it was a slow news day given the break in the Trump trial. Trump did attend Barron's graduation at the Oxbridge County Academy in West Palm Beach on May 17th. After the judge allowed him to do so, he sat next to Barron's mother, the first of the former lady, Melania Trump, and her father on the outdoor bleachers for the ceremony. Nearly 2 weeks later, Donald J. Trump became the first former U.S. president to be convicted of felony crimes, as a New York jury found him guilty on all 34 charges in a scheme to illegally influence the 2016 election through a hush money payment to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Trump will be sentenced on November the 26th, which comes weeks after the 2024 presidential election. Combs was arrested and charged on September the 16th, and blase, blase, blah. Again, you ain't got to believe me. It's all in the paperwork, ladies and gentlemen. It's all in the paperwork. And your boy Ticket have zero reason, and I repeat, zero reason to lie. And again, you don't have to believe me. I'll do y'all one better. I'll put a link to the article down there in the comment section for you. I'll do that. Not now. Right now. Let me pin this at the top of the chat. Link to article.
He said not
There it goes
now,
right there.
but
In
right
the chat.
now.
And I pinned it at the top of the chat. So if you think I'm lying, you flying. You flying. There it is right there.
My bad, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Now, all of a sudden, these same people want Donald J. Trump to bail Diddy out. Think about the irony. See, when you come play with Ticket, you best make sure that you got your ducks in a row, or else you're going to lose real bad. You're going to lose real bad. See? And I'm going to say it again. If Trump wanted to pardon Diddy, he'd already did it. It would have already been done. It would have already been done. These are all facts. And for DJ Envy running his mouth, because I didn't forget about DJ Envious. DJ Envious running his mouth. Oh, and by the way, as I told y'all before, the new, and let me say this again, Donald J. Trump is not a stupid man. He's a very calculated man. And when it's beef, it's beef. And I'm going to tell you how I know it's beef. Jay Clayton, on the right-hand side of your screen, this is being underreported. That's Donald Trump's handpicked man. He handpicked Jay Clayton, the new, read it down at the bottom, the new United States Attorney. Donald Trump had already had this planned. Think about what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. He already had it planned for Jay Clayton to be the man. Before he fired Maureen Comey, he had already planned on firing Maureen Comey. I believe her firing got expedited due to this Epstein stuff. But I'm going to tell you why he had already planned it. Because he assigned him back in April. Now, I want you to think about something. If you my mans, and we cool, and I have a plan, and I want to pardon you, why would I assign my guy, the acting U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, why would I fire somebody who I got beef with, and Maureen Comey and her father and that family, hire my guy, who I priorly hired to lead the SEC in 2017? Why would I hire him to come take over the Diddy case and do this? Diddy's a flight risk. This is Donald Trump's own guy saying this. He's never going to be able to beat this right here with a stick. This is his own guy saying this. The defendant is a flight risk. The defendant fails to establish by clear and convincing evidence that he is not a flight risk. The defendant faces significant penalties for his crimes and of conviction, as raised in the government's July 2nd, 2025 submission. The government's initial view was that the defendant's guideline range was 51 to 63 months. The government is continuing to assess sentencing guidelines and expects that the appropriate guideline range will be substantially higher. Signed, sealed, and delivered by Donald Trump's handpicked man, Jay Clayton. Now, what's the worst thing you can do if you're Donald Trump? Handpick the man who's going to bury Sean Diddy Combs and Jay Clayton, and then make him powerless and override what he does and pardon Diddy. Not going to happen. Because you stripped the guy you just assigned on his first big case. If you ask me, Jay Clayton was sent to deliver the rock bottom to Sean Diddy Combs. And how do I know? It's all in the paperwork. It's all in the paperwork. If Donald Trump wanted to go light with Sean Diddy Combs, he'd have told his guy, hey man, lower that sentencing range. Let's get that down some. You don't tell him to go in there and push it up. This is why it's important for you chumps to read paperwork. Devil's in the details, baby. Pure, unadulterated greatness. Donald Trump, assigned man, is pushing for a harsher sentence against Diddy than Maureen Comey did. Jay Clayton is Donald Trump's man. He assigned Jay Clayton. He's not going to go against him and undercut him when he sent Jay Clayton. And peep what I said. He assigned Jay Clayton in April. He fired Maureen Comey for Diddy's sentencing. Then he clowned Diddy after the sentencing and said they're out there celebrating and this guy's half innocent, which means what? It means he's half guilty. Duh. And these guys are out there celebrating, Donald Trump said. Diddy's done. Like, share, subscribe. And like I said before, we gonna see what it is now. Holla. I dropped the mic.
Hey, he said he dropped the mic, man. Check it out, man. Y'all know the album is dropping. Has already dropped. Y'all go check my album out and everything. At the end of the video, we have another channel that we pushing, Before the Stage. Our channel, Before the Stage. Go check that channel out if y'all want to support Uncle Mike, man, and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. Because trust me when I tell y'all this, man, this thing is nowhere near over, man. It's a roller coaster. Diddy beat the Rico, we was down. Then all of a sudden, all this stuff happened, then we back up. Then it's down. Then they talking about Trump was... Dude, I don't know where y'all got that from. I don't think Trump was never even thinking about doing no pardon. It just all of a sudden everybody just started saying, yeah, he might do a pardon. Because he said, well, if he's been done wrong, then I'ma look into it. Ain't nothing to look into, man. He beat three of the charges. He beat it. So what's to look into? The other two? Come on, man. Get out of here. Hey, y'all let me know what y'all think. I got one more video to do, man. I'm about to take me a nap. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.